So by now you would have thought I would have learned, wouldn't you? But no. Here comes another one. Picked up this Mountfield SP534, I think it is, for the princely sum of £13. Yes, £13. I've stripped it down now, and there was one tiny hole, well, crack really, I suppose, on the deck that I filled in. There and there. And I'll show you what I've used. There's also that there. And I've also investigated anything I saw bubbled on the deck. There's no rust there. So I have, excuse me, cleaned it up a little bit. It's off now this morning. Excuse me. It's off now to go off to the powder coater. Look at the name. Let me just turn this over a minute. So after turning it over, you now see there's the repair I did. It doesn't look pretty, but there's enough on there to hold it in place. And it's going to get powder coated anyway. And the other thing that was this, just here, you can probably just about see, where are we? This was damaged in, actually in fact it rusted. So I used a different material. And again, it doesn't look pretty, but it's going to get powder coated and it will never be seen anyway. So it makes the whole deck sound, which is the important part. So I've had a bit of a go at getting rid of some of the surface area rust, but as I say, it's gone over to my mate Tim, who's going to use his industrial grit blaster to get it all cleaned up. And I mean, that thing will knock a hole through some of the sheets still. If it's rusted, it will find a hole. So what have I used to fill those holes in? I'll show you. I'll take you over onto the bench a minute. And there's two things I've used. I don't know if you can see this. There. This one here is called Steel Stick by JB Weld. I've got nothing to do with it. I'm not promoting them one way or the other. I will say, however, damn good stuff. It filled in that hole really, really well. And to be honest with you, it goes off so hard. I kept a sample. Let me just try and show you a minute. I kept a sample of it that I mixed up a couple of days before. Here's a sample of it. Yeah? That ain't going to go anywhere. And the other thing I used for that broken bit was the old big boy metal filler. That's some serious stuff. And that also goes off rock hard. Both of which will take powder coat. In other words, they're both conductive, so that's going to be really useful. I'm looking forward to seeing the deck come back. I would mention about the front axle. I had a bit of a devil to get the damn thing off. No doubt other people have done that before, no problem. I think Mixed Mowers has done a video on it. But basically, there's a washer here that you force back against the spring, lift it out. But on this one, it wouldn't lift out. And the reason was there's a spacer here. Do you see that spacer? That just had to be popped out, allowed the whole lot to go that way, and it lifted out no problem whatsoever. Just a tip, really. Give you an idea of the state of everything. These are all my bits and bobs. That was the plug that come out of it. And there's all sorts in there. I got a new plug ready to go in there. But that's all the bits and bobs. The cables were just about, well, they were no good, to be honest with you. They're creased and broken, as you can see there. But they're not even expensive. Tom, I bought some outer cable. I could have bought brand new cable. So I've gone down that road. And then finally, there's the engine. I'll show you over where the engine is. You can see it's a bit of a state. It really has seen, it's not been looked after, put it that way. And I'm going to have a good bit of fun, I think, getting that cleaned up. So there we go, the latest tobacco. No doubt. I will try and get some video pictures as we go along. There won't be anything to see at the moment. Oh, by the way, this is a carburetor. Let me just take you around. I did the carburetor last night. And where did I do with that one? Oh, there he is. There's the carb, all cleaned up, ready to go. You can see there's a new filter in there, nice and clean. I like these carbs. They're rock solid. None of this nonsense of plastic. jets and God knows what else. Anyway, we sit here. It's pouring with rain outside. I've now got to go out there and take that deck into the car. I'm going to get soaking wet and drive then over to my mate's place, who, by the way, is interested. He states he's interested in buying a trike. But yeah, there's a difference between being interested and handing over the money, isn't it? Anyway, that's all for now. I don't often post nowadays, just purely laziness, quite frankly. Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to buy a Tormek grinder, there's one there with all the attachments. Over here in the UK, obviously. I think I got all the attachments, over £200 worth of attachments. Anyway, who knows, you might be interested. Wood turners especially will use that machine. There we go. So at the end of this little one, I'll also tack in, or tried to tack in, a few stills that I took prior to all the repairs. I'll catch you later. All the best. Bye bye.